Hey guys, this is Angel Melody with Cosplay with Us, episode 4. And here today is my co-host.
I'm Jose the Blastoise.
Yep, and today we're actually having a special podcast. We have two guests with us. We're continuing the segment about A-kon. So say hello to Snake in the Box.
Hi there, I'm Snake.
And our other guest is Teofania Cosplay, also known as Tiffany Reese.
Hey guys!
Awesome!
Okay, I'm gonna stop you right there. Tiffany, real quick. Where'd you get that name from? Is it from like that one location in Mexico?
Oh, Theophania?
Yeah.
No, it's actually Greek mythology for my name.
Oh, okay. Well, let's continue.
For a second, I thought you interrupted the podcast. I'm like, okay, I guess
No, keep it going.
Take 3. All right, well, since we talked about our experience, both me and Jose, we shared a little bit that we weren't too happy of how the convention was kind of spread out. There were the good things about it. We thought it was better in Fort Worth than it was in Dallas. So we are just here to get the opinions of other people. So, Snake, what did you think about the venue being spread out in 3 different locations, the convention center? What do you think about that?
Well, from my experience for the first time going to a convention in Fort Worth, I say it was a pretty good location. For example, the water garden, a good place for photo shoots. I mean, I did a few for friends, and I got carried away by taking too many photos, and I'm still editing them. But as for the convention center, pretty big. I mean, I think the dealer's room was much more larger than the one back at the Anatole in Dallas.
I agree. I would agree with that, and I think there was way more variety as well. It was one of my favorite artist alleys ever. Tiffany, how about you? What did you think about the venue?
I don't really do panels, so I didn't really experience going to hotel to a hotel, but I think that having 3 different hotels for panels is a big mistake. It's just too much walking, especially in the heat, and it was just way too organized, in my opinion.
Wait, it was way too organized?
Unorganized.
Oh, okay.
But I do have to agree with Snake that the dealer's room was way better. I appreciate the dealer's room, but I felt like the artist alley was too cramped.
Did anybody get food from the dealer room?
Yes.
Was that a little expensive?
The food court was a lot better from last year based on the space, because there was you have a big space for all the food choices, and then when you purchase them, you go to the other side, and there's a bunch of tables and you can sit. So there's actual places to sit and relax and eat your food instead of eating on the floor from the other venue. But it was a little up there in price. Like a rice bowl was $10.
Damn.
Yeah, it was pretty expensive. I ate there as well because honestly, I was so tired and so hungry that I was like, okay, let's see what they have here. And it was really overpriced. I agree with you. The pizza was like
I think $5?
$5, like the small one?
the tiny ones, the ones that were like,
Yeah.
they're not even a slice. They're just this round, tiny pizza that fits on the palm of your hand.
Yeah, I got one of those.
Yeah, it was pretty expensive for what it was. But then again, it's cons, and they always jack up the price. Pretty sad, but they are always trying to make more money out of us. One thing that I thought they could have done better was the way they had the guests organized.
Yes.
Like, they had them all the way at the end, like shoved all the way in the back. Like, people didn't even know they were there.
Like, in the dealer's room, the only thing that caught me off guard is the fact that when you enter the dealer's room and you go to the right, you see Johnny Yambosh has his own booth, and it was like right in the front where everybody can see, and there was a good space for people to line up. But when you go to the back to see all the other cosplayers, like, there was no room.
It was really cramped. I went to see both Yaya and Kamui, and I realized that Yaya was in a place on the side by herself, and most of the other cosplayers were at the edge of the artist alley, and they were like in each different aisle, like at the very end of each artist alley aisle.
No kidding.
And I thought
fight,
it was really
I had to
weird.
fight my way to get to Bendo Geek on that.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, and for cosplayers, I was dressed as Anna, so I had this big, bulky dress, and I was trying to, make my way. With Tiffany, it was so narrow, so narrow.
Snake, who'd you go see?
I'm sorry?
Like, did you go see any famous cosplayer?
I mean, I did saw Yaya Han. It's my third time seeing her at A-kon.
Nice.
That is pretty nice. How about you, Tiffany?
I met Yaya, Bandogi, Karumi, and Allison.
Oh, Allison was such a nice person.
She was so down to earth.
She really was. She was the nicest person ever. She was goofy. She was funny. I just loved her personality so much, and she's so incredible.
Wait a minute, which cosplayer are you talking about here?
Allison.
Oh, Allison.
Tabitha, yeah, Allison Tabitha. So she was Widowmaker, Talon Widowmaker. She also did Lilo from Fifth Element, and I can't remember which cosplay she cosplayed on.
Before people tear you up, it's Lilu Dallas. She actually meant to say Lilu Dallas, guys. It's okay.
I said Lilo from Fifth Element.
Oh, it sounded like you said Lilo from Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well.
Really? No, Jose, clean your ears, man.
No, I'm not the only one that heard this.
Oh my
I
god,
heard
that's Fifth Element.
And I was thinking of another cosplayer as well. She was kind of a goofy person, but she was nice to talk to.
I heard, I can't recall her name. It was Destiny. She was also such a nice girl. I didn't know who she was, but I got one of her pictures. She had this gorgeous Harley Quinn from the game Injustice, and it was just so pretty. She was also really nice too. Yeah, it was really nice to have the guests there. Okay, so moving on to the negative things and the panels and the rave and all that stuff. Oh. Tiffany, anything to comment?
About the rave?
Yes.
Oh, I only went on Saturday because I was pumped up to see Heavy Grinder. But I swore on the guidebook it said 12:30 to 1:30, and then we went around 12:30, and then it ended at 1, and I was like, wait, what?
Yep. Wow.
Yeah, it was cut short.
Well,
yeah, I didn't get to experience it.
Did you? What did you hear happened?
I don't know. All I remember is that we got to see Heavy Grinder, and then next thing you know, they were playing Baby Metal, and I was like, oh god, no. But after she was playing Baby Metal remixes, all I heard was a big poof, and then it just stopped, and then they took a picture, and then all of a sudden, I guess the guy that was with Heavy Grinder, he just says like, thank you guys, blah blah blah, and then it just ended, and people were like, what the heck?
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah.
That is disappointing. I actually didn't go to the rave because I was really exhausted, but I heard from most people that I didn't miss much because they were so disappointed that they got basically kicked out.
Snake, what did you hear?
Well, first of all, I don't go to raves anymore.
Oh, really?
Well, it's not like I went often. I went to a rave back in Anime Fest, I think it was 3 years ago. I only went there for an hour and noticed that that's not my kind of place.
Yeah, of course. Everybody has, their own style and music. They listen to it.
I mean, for A-kon, now I just like to roam the halls just to stay on patrol. Either though I'm not a volunteer, I just like to walk around and see if everything is going all right.
That actually is very sweet because I've seen people stumbling around the con because dedicated or something.
Oh,
and it's nice to know that there's somebody, trying to help them out. I mean, I try to help people out when I see it as well.
Sorry to interrupt.
No, go ahead.
I was saying, speaking of intoxicate people, I believe it was on Friday night I was being interviewed by someone else. He was giving me different questions and 18+ questions, but I'll probably talk about that later.
Oh, baby, I want to hear those.
Hey, that's some story time. It's some juicy stuff.
Okay, I guess I can talk about that experience. Okay, so he told me he asked me what's my favorite anime, what's my favorite experience about what happened to me so far at the con.
Mm-hmm.
Until we got to the 18+ questions, he asked me, what's your favorite hentai?
Oh,
Bible Black. Bible Black. Did you say Bible Black? Night shift nurses?
Bible Black. Sorry.
Bible Black.
Oh, someone's been to Hentai Fest.
Speaking of hentai, I mean, I went to a hentai panel back in Anime Matsuri last year. One of them was really scary. It scarred me for a month.
For life.
Yeah, some of those hentais are a little intense.
But there was one hentai specifically that I enjoyed at that panel. and I wasn't. And when I was watching it, I wasn't interested in the whole sex or rape or whatever's going on there. I was focused on these characters, which I can't remember. I never found out what the name of the anime was, but it had these like muscled heroes that keep dying a lot after their introductions.
What?
Huh.
Huh,
I don't know. I don't know
that sounds
that
kinda
one.
I mean, I've been searching like the darkest parts of the internet to look for the name because I wanted to watch it again.
He's like, I want to find out what this was. I want to find the name. Yeah, you go. You
I'm
find
not
your,
watching
you
it. I
find
am
your
not watching
hentai.
that for the sex. I am watching it for those guys.
Right? I'm over here
For
the first.
science.
Like I'm
But-
watching. I
Jose's
went to my
watching for
first.
the sex. I'm telling you, Jose's watching for the
No,
sex.
I went to my first hentai fest like way back when, like back in 2010, 2009, and I was like, oh hey man, that little girl's cute, and she has a penis,
Oh my god!
and that was the whole hentai. I'm like, man, these cute little anime, oh, and they all have penises.
Speaking of that, at the last hentai they were about to show on that panel was Boku no Pico, but luckily they were out of time, so we didn't watch it.
Yay!
No.
Oh my god, you guys! I have not been in a hentai panel yet. I tried to go to Matsuri this year, but when I saw the line and it was so long, I was like, hell no, I'm not going. The line was going down the hall. It was so long. I was like, holy freaking shit. I think they couldn't even fit everybody in the room. It was like that packed.
Yeah, I think they cut it off like midway.
Yeah, they had to cut the line because there were way too many people. The room didn't have the capacity for the amount of people. Hopefully next time they get a bigger room.
I might go back to Matsuri next year. The reason I didn't go this year is because my ex lives in Houston, and it's kind of a long story. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, well, if you don't want to see somebody, then it's understandable. Everybody has been there. There are certain people you don't want to actually bump into.
Yeah. Anyways, back to my interview with this guy. He was about to ask me the last question, like. Since this is still like an 18 plus kind of question. What?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. What kind of advice do I want to give to the viewers? As I was about to answer, this drunk guy just walks in and he first compliments on my Big Boss cosplay, and then he was questioning me like, how did I got those ranks that I have pinned into my uniform? I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I'm doing an interview here. I was like, I bought those online, and he got pissed because he thought I served in the...
Oh, in the military?
Yes! Which, speaking of that...
Oh, wow. Well, you're in an anime convention. People should realize that most stuff is fake. Just saying.
And speaking of military, okay, let me finish. So I told this guy, dude, you're kind of you're kind of interrupting this interview. I showed him the camera, and then he got a little, I guess, embarrassed, and he just walked away. And I told the guy who was interviewing me, is it okay? You can cut this out. And he said yes. I mean, I'm still waiting for the video to upload to YouTube.
Oh, but it's a good thing that at least nothing too horrible happened, because I've heard some horrible stories from drunk people that get angry and aggravated and they're looking for a fight kind of thing. So I'm glad that nothing like that happened to you. It was just
there was
a little bit of an altercation. Not.
So Tiffany, how about you? Did you ever bump into like drunk people?
Not really. Well, stranger-wise, no, but I can tell that when you're walking around at nighttime, when you go into the water gardens, everybody was drunk.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think I walked out after they kicked everybody out the rave and they all conjured at like the water park, and as I walked through like the crowd of people, I just got hit in the face with the cloud of weed smoke.
my God.
And I was like, oh damn, that's the kind of party we're having.
Oh my gosh. Actually, I have a funny weed story.
No.
Oh, here we go.
So me and my friend Charlie, we were sitting by the fountain, and then this guy comes around and he's like, "Hey guys," and we're like, "Hey." So I'm dressed as Princess Anna. Still, this was like
Oh no.
Friday night, and then this guy is like, so, and he's talking really fast, and he's like, so my friend kind of left me out, and I kind of was wondering, hey, where are the cool people at? And they told me, hey, the people are by the fountain. So you guys know what I'm talking about, right? I have some stuff for us to smoke and stuff. Do you guys smoke? And then both of us like just look at him like, asthmatic, and my friend is like, yeah, I kind of am not into that. And then he was like, I don't know, I felt so bad because he felt really embarrassed, but he was talking like 100 miles per hour, and I think he was already like smoking weed because he smelled like weed really bad.
So what you're saying
And
is you're not the cool people.
so we were like, no, man, we're just chilling by the fountain. And then I was laughing because, there were still at this time parents and people walking around the park. And I was like, yeah, it would be really cute, right, to see Anna just smoking weed by the fountain. That would have been really cute.
Spoiler for Frozen 2.
Yep. Anna smokes weed, guys. Elsa doesn't know. You would think Elsa would smoke weed because she's been, locked up and doing God knows what. I think she drinks. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, basically that was my weird encounter. I didn't have anything else. That was like the only weird thing that happened to me.
Ooh, I got
Jose,
one. I
you got
gotta
one?
go. Yeah. I was hanging out at, I think it was one of the Onicons. I forget which one. And I'm just sitting there on the bench and like, away from everybody because I wanted like private time or time to myself. And some dude comes over here and like, hey man, cover me. I'm like, what? Like, yeah man, just cover me real quick. He pulls out a necklace, pops it open, puts his key in it, snorts something, gets up and walks off. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh my God.
He just does it and takes off. I'm like, all right, okay.
Oh, jeez.
Let's see. One time at Galveston, I was heading back to the room. I was staying at the San Luis. And, coming back from the rave, you're all geared up. You look like a raver. You look... I look like I did drugs. On the way there was, like, a marriage. Or people were getting married.
A wedding?
Like, yeah. Well, like, the aftermath of the wedding. And we passed
The
up
divorce?
Well, no. No,
Why was
we
it
passed
looking
up
like-
the groom, we passed up the bride, and like their group of friends, and they're like, "Oh, hey!" And they took a photo with us because I guess they never seen cosplayers, and they're like, "Man, we trying to get the new grooms and the new bride fucked up. Hey, you guys got any Molly on you?" I'm like, "Oh, actually, I'm looking for my friend Molly. I will go get her. She's in the room." And me and my friend like bolted, and we got the fuck out of there.
Oh my
Come to
God.
find out, the term have you seen Molly? I've lost Molly. Do you know where Molly is actually the term for, hey, do you have any drugs?
You didn't know that?
No, I don't do drugs. I had no idea.
I don't do drugs, and I knew that.
And I was
son.
all like,
What?
I don't have
Weird.
any Molly on me, but I know a friend named Molly. I'm gonna go get her real quick. And I didn't realize what I was doing.
That's a common rave term.
Yeah, it kind of is. I thought it was ecstasy. Isn't Molly ecstasy? I thought that's what it was.
Yes.
I thought it was a kind
Yeah.
of drug. It just kind of...
No, the other ones are
Yeah.
called bath salts. It goes from Molly to bath salts real quick.
Yeah, I I haven't had that yet. I haven't had anybody ask me for Molly yet. I'm waiting for the day that somebody will. Basically, this guy asked me. Wanted to smoke some pot with me and my friend, and we're like, no, thanks. But getting
Wow,
away
we
from the subject
fucking-
of drugs, I guess.
We're not talking about A-kon no more.
Yeah, let's.
Before we talk about Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, it's getting pretty heavy here. But then again, this is not a PG-13 podcast. Tiffany, you actually went to the competition, the cosplay competition. Would you mind telling us a little bit about that?
Cosplay.
It was quite of an experience. All right.
Was it your first time?
It was my first cosplay contest at a con. So waking up early in the morning to get ready and then go to pre-judging was a nervous wreck. You get to meet with the judges and they explain to you how you explain to them how you made your cosplay, and they just come at you with so many questions. But the thing is they timed it, and I didn't know they timed it, so I didn't explain everything. So I was like, oh, I'm a deer in the headlights. But it went well that I felt, but then we after like 2 hours later, after prejudging, we had to come back for rehearsals at 3, and during pre-rehearsals, that was the most uncomfortable and waste of time, in my opinion.
Because it was disorganized or something?
It was we didn't even get to go backstage on time, and by the time we got to backstage, they started putting everybody in order by seats, and by the time they got everybody from the front to the back seated in their order based on novice, intermediate, masters, and then the skits, we just sat there in the cold. Like, I mean, it was so cold backstage. Like, my fingers were turning purple, my lips, I couldn't feel my lips. I was in pain because of my harness because I was wearing Ari. And so sitting down made the belt or the harness more uncomfortable. So it was...
Because all you can think about is pain because you're so uncomfortable.
Exactly, and then with all the with the cold, like it just made it worse. And they explained to us that they couldn't turn up the heat because if we turn up the heat, and then when they bring in the people in for the competition to watch, it would get even hotter. And so they had to keep it super cold. And I was like, this is the most miserable 2 hours. And so, but once it was already showtime, I was like, oh, thank God. Like I was ready to just get it over with, to be honest. But once they finished I guess their dance-off that they do every year, like the boys and the girls that organized the cosplay contest, we all lined up, and I turned on my tails, I turned on my headphones and my orb, and it's pitch black in the backstage, like it's pitch black, like you can barely see anything. But if you had like LEDs, you're lucky backstage. But as soon as I walked on stage, I blanked out, not in a good way because I didn't want to focus on the audience because I get super nervous. But once I got down,
like for you guys to see where to go?
Yeah, like there was some lights backstage, and there was like monitors backstage so we can watch everybody that go up on stage. But all I remember is I went on stage, I did my poses, and as soon as I got to the end of the catwalk, the lights completely went down, and so all you saw was my LED tails, and then all the crowd was going like crazy for it. And then as soon as I got backstage to meet with my boyfriend, I just started bawling my eyes off because I was so happy that I did it, but I was a nervous wreck.
That is
awesome.
Really good for you. That is amazing.
Fucking dropping jaws and shit. Go up there to that stage. The lights dim. You just striking poses. Your LEDs are glowing. Hell yeah.
Yeah, just killing it. Hell yeah, girl. For prejudging, you only had a certain amount of time, and you didn't know about that. So next time you actually go to the competition, you will know that, and you will have that, experience. So I really think for your first cosplay competition, girl, you rocked it. I heard a lot of people talking about your Ari, and people told me they wanted pictures. Like, I didn't get to see you personally because I guess we just didn't get to meet at this con, but I heard a lot of good things about your Ari.
She's actually cosplay famous now, so she doesn't have time for the little ones like us.
Oh, stop it.
How about you, Snake? Did you go do the cosplay thing?
No, I didn't go.
Do you do cosplay? Like runways and all that?
No, I don't do that. I mean, speaking of that, I did enter a cosplay contest back in mini A-kon 2014. It was my first mini A.
I'm calling out fucking Comcast for all these goddamn drops. Fucking always at 9 o'clock, always at 3 o'clock. I'm so mad right now.
I knew they had Comcast, actually, because the same thing used to happen to me.
Like, it drops me. I'm playing Overwatch, and it fucking drops me off of that, too.
I know. I play with you.
So, where did it cut off when I was telling my story?
You said the last time you were in a cosplay competition was in 2014, and then it cut off.
Yeah.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead. I'm gonna press the record button. Let's go.
Okay, just have you start from the beginning, Snake. Like when you say, so the last time I cosplayed was in 2014, and just on. Yeah.
Right. Hit that record button.
Yes.
All right. So the last time I entered a cosplay contest was back in mini A-kon of 2014. It was my first mini A-kon and the first time I got to cosplay Snake. Like, it was like my debut to be Snake. So I signed up for the cosplay contest just for fun, just to see if maybe I'll get lucky to win something, blah blah blah, and later, and hours before, and that was like hours before the cosplay contest. And as I was waiting, I was hanging out with my friends. I have my box with me, obviously. I met this girl who was cosplaying Meryl Silverberg from Metal Gear Solid, and I asked her if she wanted to partner up with me for the cosplay contest. She said yes. We quickly went back to register, and it was like minutes before it started. So we crossed out my first entry, and I re-entered myself to partner up with her. And when it was our turn to come out, we were hiding inside the box. We walked outside to the stage as they announced Meryl Silverberg and Snake from Metal Gear Solid. We popped out of the box. We like threw it to the side and popped out our guns and started making poses for the photographer's black. And then we were waiting for the results. We were taking pictures at the side with other people, and then they announced the winners for different categories. And we won first place for best pair.
Nice.
Oh,
That
that's
is
awesome.
amazing. Holy crap. And it was your first experience too. That's badass.
Yeah. Wait, what do you mean by first experience? Like the first cosplay contest?
Oh, I thought that's what it was. Was it? Or no?
Yeah, that was my first cosplay contest.
Yeah. Oh my God. That's what I'm saying. Like for first time and everything, that's pretty sweet. That's pretty
Yeah,
amazing.
I mean, I
Angel,
won
have
two
you ever won
manga.
anything? Oh, sorry.
Wait, what were you asking?
I was asking Angel if she's ever won anything.
I did. You don't remember? I won with Harley. Backflip?
Oh, that's right. That's right. I remember that backflip. Everybody was staring at your butt.
Well, I was more impressed that that wig never fell with the backflip because I pinned that wig to shit. Like, I really did. I was impressed. Like, all the bobby pins, they were in the same place, and I was like, wow, holy crap. This actually, yeah, I didn't expect the wig to actually hold on to my head. I thought it was gonna fall. But I wasn't even thinking. So I just started, I guess like in my mind of an actor, I'm thinking the character, and then I just did a backflip. And I didn't even remember wig and all those kinds of things. It just came to me when I was like, I looked at the judges, and then I was like, oh my God, please tell me my wig is still on top of my head. And it was.
I mean, if everyone was cheering and they didn't go all gasp, then that's fine. Everything went okay.
Yeah, but it was a blur at the moment because I think my heart just kind of like raced a little bit when I caught myself remembering, hey, it's not your hair, it's an actual wig. But yeah, it was pretty cool. I had my first experience. Sorry, man, can't talk today. Had my first experience judging a cosplay competition at a small venue, and it was actually really funny to be on the other side of the table.
Promote.
Like,
Promote.
oh my gosh. Okay. So this past weekend, I was at the Fun and Culture show in Houston, and I was invited to be one of the judges. Mind you, they are primarily for vendors of comic books, and they are majority comic book related, and they were doing cosplaying for the first time. So it was just a very small venue. It wasn't a con. It was just an event, and I was invited to be the judge. So it was just weird because I still consider myself an amateur kind of cosplayer. So it was just interesting. I was very honored and very happy. Got to see some amazing cosplayers, and I don't know. It was very good experience, at least to me. All right, but enough about me. We are here to talk about our guests today. So I guess to wrap it up,
Wardrobe malfunctions.
and with all the malfunctions we had today, I'll ask Tiffany first. Did you have a good con overall? Would you describe A-kon as being a good con as an experience to you this year?
That's kind of hard to say, because based on from last year, because last year was my first A-kon, this is my second A-kon. I want to
Okay.
say, based on the con itself, I don't like it. But based on the fact that I was with friends and a little bit more social, I had fun. It was better than last year, but if they could at least change the venue back to the other one, or at least don't do 3 hotels for panels, like that was just annoying.
Right. How about you, Snake? What was your experience?
Well, it was between good and bad. I mean, for example, I had a friend who, for some reason, started ignoring me, tried to walk away for no reason. And then later on, I come to find out that she unfriended me on Facebook.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. I am so sorry. Well, sadly, we never know how people are gonna react, and there's much gossip and stuff. Just like,
Right.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
the sad part of being in this community. Sadly, not everybody can get along. But
But
please, you were continue what you were saying.
but I had like other good experience. I mean, I got to meet a lot of new people. I did photo shoots. There was one. Um, there was okay. Before I continue on, there's one specific photo shoot I did with my friend Jasmine, who was cosplaying Purple Heart from Hyperdimension Neptunia. Um, I feel like I feel so bad for all the other shoots that I did because I put a lot of effort to this one because I bought pudding, I brought my PS Vita, things that are necessary for this shoot.
That is really cool. So you committed to it. You were committed
Yes.
to it. That's amazing. I actually like the game. Blackheart for the win, just saying. She's my favorite noir. I actually saw your friend and I thought she looked beautiful
Oh,
too.
she is.
I think she was gorgeous. I saw her and I was like, oh my gosh, I should definitely do noir and just ask her to cosplay with me.
Do it, cause I have some photos.
I want to. I want to do the version. Um, I have seen this figurine and it looks so gorgeous with the wings and the little outlets and stuff like that. It looks really, really cool. Now it would take me some time because it's a lot of props. They
Yeah.
are sorry, there are a lot of props.
Yeah, I mean, I am not that much of an expert when it comes to making cosplays. I mean, I can only make a small, like for example, prosthetic hands,
Oh, that's
which
nice.
which is kind of like a sleeve that I made out of craft foam.
See, I think it's a good thing that we have two people because I think cosplaying is about your passion for what you like and just doing what, like, representing this character that you love. And it doesn't matter, to me, it doesn't matter if you bought it or if you made it yourself. I give a lot of credit to people that make their clothes because, it takes skill and it takes time. But at
Right.
the same time, I find it amazing that we all dress up as characters and we all enjoy this. And I think at the end of the day, there should be anybody judging people because they don't do their own cosplays. I think everybody's awesome.
I mean, I don't do it for competition. I just do it for fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think there's nothing wrong with that. I think it's amazing. It just means we're a great community. That's what the community is about, at least
Right.
to me.
So yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that the Purple Heart shoot was the best. I mean, all the other ones they were amazing as well.
Hmm.
And if I have to say, like the best thing that happened, aside from the shoots, meeting new friends, and of course hanging out with a group of Deadpools.
Oh my gosh, I saw them. They were hilarious. I
You know,
love the JoJo's too.
I mean, I made a few videos with them where they were at the same time. There was like I don't know who she is, but I see her at a few cons. But she performs and sings Japanese songs, and when she was performing, the Deadpools just went in and started dancing, and that kind of threw off her performance a little bit because she was
Aww.
she was giggling. It wasn't that bad. I mean, The video is on my Facebook if you want to see it.
Yeah, for sure. I will definitely, and by the end of the call, I think it would be amazing if you guys can talk about your pages and advertise yourselves. I mean, this is why we have this space so that we can promote you guys as well. Tiffany, any cosplays that stood out for you since we talked about it?
At A-kon.
Yes.
Oh, any cosplays? Any cosplays? Come back to me. I gotta think about that. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay.
Not a problem.
You mind if I finish my part of the story? I'm
Go ahead.
talking so much, but let me just wrap
No,
my.
no, no. Go ahead.
Okay. Like, as I was saying, aside from all the good stuff, the one thing that stood up the most is that I met two guys. One was like a normal citizen, and the other person, he was a United States Marine.
That is
What
amazing.
happened was
Sweet.
that this guy he introduced me to the Marine. And we were talking, and I was cosplaying Big Boss at the time with a green uniform. He was telling me like how much he loves Metal Gear, and oh crap, I can't remember the rest of it. Let me see. Yeah, he was complimenting my cosplay and how much he loves Metal Gear, and he told me that when he was in service, he had like a bag, and he had like a patch logo from the games, and when his team saw it, they were like saying, "Is that from Metal Gear?"
Oh, was it Diamond Dogs?
I don't. No, it wasn't. I don't think it was Diamond Dogs. I think it was like Foxhound or.
Oh, yeah, the fox one. I can't. It's escaping my mind, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So we were talking, and he said that he loves my cosplay and how much he loves Metal Gear, and hearing that from someone who's been serving on our country is kind of a big thing for me. In my head, I was screaming like a fangirl.
It's an honor. I mean, like, it's kind of funny because when you see people there in the army, we have like this horrible stereotypical idea that they are kind of stiff and they don't do games or that kind of stuff. And I think it's a wonderful thing that we can show everybody's human and everybody has fun, and there's a little bit of geek in a lot of people that you couldn't tell. And you see a
Right.
person who's a Marine that, is doing so much for our country, just being a geek with you and just, like you said, he loves Metal Gear Solid. I mean, who doesn't?
I think
Right.
I know an ex-Marine
The games are
cosplayer.
great.
Yeah,
You have?
I think so.
I took a-
Titan cosplay, I think is his name,
Oh, he is a Marine?
or like ex-Marine or ex-military. He's ex-military.
Ex-military?
Yeah.
He's a veteran?
Yeah, a vet
That is
cosplayer.
cool. All right, Tiff, did you remember anybody? It's okay if you don't.
Yeah, how you call it? So this one was at the cosplay contest because while we were waiting like for 2 hours, it was sometimes I had to walk up and like move around because of my harness. But I saw this one cosplayer. I didn't even talk to him or whatever, but he did the lion armor from Final Fantasy.
Oh,
I know who that
wow.
is. Yeah. I know who you're talking about.
Oh my god, that was like, Lord, like the amount of time that you put into that armor, like, oh my god, bless.
You
Lots
gotta
of
respect
praise.
those people. You really gotta respect those people that, I mean, I was doing my No Flutter Sailor Pluto, and it took me 4 days to do it. Just like armor, it took me like 2 to 3 days, and maybe I'm slow, I don't know. But you gotta commend people for doing armor. It's very laborious, just like sewing. It takes a while.
Right. And then, of course, like all the League cosplayers I saw. Luckily, I saw I can never pronounce the two new characters from League of Legends, but I saw a couple
Oh,
that
Zaya,
was doing.
Zaya and
Yeah.
Rakan.
Yeah, I saw a couple doing them, but they were sitting down, so I didn't want to like disturb them to take a picture with me. But they were like, "Oh my God, they're so cute."
I think I saw them. They look really cute. I thought they were great too. I saw the Sailor I was gonna say Sailor Guardians, the Star Guardians.
Yes, the
Oh
Poppy was cute.
yes.
Yeah, because you usually always see Lux, and I was happy somebody did Poppy.
Yeah, I saw a whole group of them.
Wait, Poppy from where?
League of Legends.
Oh, I was thinking of someone else. I was thinking of Pappy from Monster Musume.
Oh, I saw one of those
Oh,
too. She was
you
cute. She was
did?
running around.
Yeah, I saw her, and oh yeah, and speaking of Pappy, I also cosplay Mia from Monster Musume.
Oh yeah, you did on the third day. I think I saw you. You were you did
And
like
correction, it was on the fourth day.
oh yeah. I keep forgetting because I didn't attend Thursday. I went
Oh,
drinking with a friend. Yep, pretty
Bunch of
much.
drunks.
what's wrong with you people?
But it was fun. It's kind of actually funny because I don't drink that much. But my friend and I, we were kind of like, we got there late and we're kind of alone. And I was like, you know what? Let's just go out drinking. Let's just do that. We're in a different place. We don't know this place. So let's just go to a nice bar and stuff. So it was fun. I think it was, we had a good time. Like, we weren't drunk or anything. We just had a mason jar each.
Yeah.
Pretty much. But the dessert was like, so good. So good. Man, that banana pudding. God, that banana pudding. Anyway, I
I
think
want some.
I couldn't hear you. What did you say?
Oh, I said that I want some now.
Oh, it was so good. I think it was like the best I ever had. It was like so good. I think it was like some homemade recipe that somebody actually makes them and then they sell it to the bar. And I was like, man, I want that recipe. It was good.
All right, before we wrap it up, guys, what is next for y'all?
Starting with who? Me?
Yes, con-wise,
Well,
con-wise.
con-wise, well, I'm going to Anime Fest.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, as for the cosplay lineup, I haven't decided yet. I mean, I might go as Venom Snake from Metal Gear Solid 5.
Oh, that would be cool. I mean, I really like it's called Solid Snake, right? Or am I wrong? Because
Um,
I
It's called
didn't play
Snake Plissken.
Oh, okay.
no.
Because like I didn't play Phantom Pain. I watched my boyfriend play it. It's kind of funny. So I didn't watch every time he played it, so I
So
didn't
what
catch the
was
entire story.
so what was your question about what snake?
I'm sorry. So I was asking if it is. Never mind, because from Phantom Pain, spoilers, please, if you haven't played the game, cover your
No
ears.
spoilers. No spoilers.
Should I say the Never mind. Let's just leave
It's
it
not
like that, because
spoilers.
I feel bad. I feel bad, because I'm gonna say, like, it's basically the end of the
Okay.
game, so I
Yeah,
feel bad about saying it too.
yeah, before Konami butchered my favorite game.
How about you, Tiffany? What's next?
So far, the only next con I have is San Japan is still in the air for me, but definitely Onicon. And there is a special surprise for Onicon. Hopefully, if I
Oh
get that
my.
ready.
What, VKS Rogue? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No. Actually, hopefully, if everything goes well, my dance group might be performing.
What? You
Wait,
dance?
dance group as in Love Life?
Yep.
Oh my goodness, how many of those dance groups are there? There's Project Starlight, I can remember another name, and then there's yours.
Yeah, it's a new one, so we're still new to the whole dance group. So
I saw Angel's
I was
booty.
out.
Angel, turn it off.
I did turn it off, and my booty is in the chair, so you couldn't have seen my booty.
Whoa,
Okay.
It's
wait.
well covered.
Hey,
My
this
fault, my
is a
fault.
PG podcast, not a hentai podcast.
I know, even though we did talk about hentai, I mean, not really, but we talked about the panel.
Yes.
And chicks with dicks.
Oh my god. We said penis, just
Oh my
saying.
god.
Just saying. But it was okay. But okay. I don't know what you guys said, because I was out.
Oh, we're just talking about dance groups. Love, live, or whatever
Love
it's called.
Life.
There you go, man.
Love Live? Love Live. Love Live! Oh my god. Don't get me started on Love Live. I love Love Live
Love Live
so
Trash.
much.
Yes.
I know. Nozomi. I love Nozomi, my girl.
Luckily, I have
Lucky.
avoided it and I felt good avoiding it.
I love Maki. She's so sassy. That's Tsundere. I love Maki.
You know what's one thing in common between Maki and Big Boss? Um,
I don't know.
those two believe in Santa Claus.
Yes.
What?
Oh,
If you haven't played Metal Gear
yeah.
Solid Peace Walker, there's like a conversation between Snake and Huey where they were talking about NORAD or whatever it is, and then how Big Boss still believes in him and how he used to bring him presents, and then Huey was like laughing at him.
Oh man, I have to actually finish that game. I played that game, but I never finished it. So sad.
No.
It's pretty good. It's a pretty good game. I had that version that had like, I think like it was MGS3,
Yes.
Peace Walker, and there was another one. I can't remember. I have it.
Metal Gear Solid 2?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the HD collection.
Yeah, that was the HD collection. I actually have it on my shelf, but I still have to play the rest of Peace Walker.
How far are you in there?
Goodness, it's been a while. I can't remember. It's been like years since I think it's been about a year or so since I played that, so I can't really remember.
Get back to playing it. Snake commands you.
I certainly will. But please, guys, do talk about your cosplay pages, Facebook, maybe Instagram. I know Tiffany has Instagram, so please talk about a little bit. Advertise yourself before we. I'll start with Snake since we started with Tiffany on the
Okay.
last one.
Okay. Well, the one for so I go by Snake in the Box or Snake in the Box cosplay, but on my Instagram it's gonna be spelled a little bit different. It's okay if you can put my name on the YouTube description.
Oh,
Yeah, I can give it.
I could do that.
Yeah, we can link
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll give it to you like at the
You
end
can
of
link
this.
both of you guys.
I'll give it to you at the end of this. So I got myself Snake in the Box in Instagram, and I really need to make myself a Facebook page.
Tiffany, how about you?
I have Instagram, Facebook, and the Twitter. I barely use Twitter. I'm still trying to get used to Twitter. I just don't see the point of it, but I'm getting used to it. But everything is Delphania Cosplay.
And we'll make sure that we'll link her page as well. She also has a store, Envy, guys. By Prince, support us.
Oh Lord, here we
So,
go.
Tiffany, would you please say your store, Envy?
I'm sorry?
Would you advertise your store, Envy, for anybody that wants to get any of your prints and look at your pictures?
Oh, yeah, it's just DelphaniaCosplay.storeenvy.com. I have a few prints up, and right now those prints were photographed by my boyfriend, so he is learning, and I think he did a good job on some of the photos that he took of me.
Yes, she looks adorable. There's a picture of her in her Ari cosplay. She was also, oh my gosh, she did a Love Live one. I'm trying to remember. Was it Rin?
Yeah, I did Ren, her wedding version.
Yes.
I also did Maki, the cafe version, and which other one? Oh, I also have Ren Tosaka from Faith Stay Night.
Oh yeah! Oh my gosh.
That was my
Yes,
first cosplay.
Really?
Yep.
It looks really good for a first cosplay. My first cosplay, girl, was like so put together. It was like my closet all together in a mask.
Closet
Pretty
cosplay.
That is so cool. All right, guys. I think that would be all for us. Well, thank you to both of our guests. They were so nice, and they dealt with all our technical problems and all the
Oh my
stuff we
god,
went through
these
today.
stupid technical problems.
The internet wasn't helping, and apparently Comcast wasn't having it with
Man,
us
fuck
either.
Comcast.
But aside from all the problems, I really enjoyed this interview. I think you guys were so great beyond, you know, all the little drops here and there that we had. You guys, thank you so much
It's no
for
problem.
just participating.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, guys. I am Angel Melody with
Now I'm
Fairy Love Day
Jose.
Cosplay.
Damn it, I missed my cue. Now I'm Jose the Blastoise.
Thank you very much. You listened to Cosplay with us, episode 4. Have a wonderful day. Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Sayonara.
Bye.